Hello, everyone. My name is Angela Tobin, and I'm the founder and leader of Kinship Caregivers Connect support group. This is a little video so you can get this to know the support group in case you're interested in joining. A little bit about me. Kinship Care definitely hits close to home as I've seen it within my own family. And what inspired me to learn more about kinship care and start this support group was my own parents. They raised their grandson, my cousin, for almost 8 years throughout my life. And I got to see a lot of the challenges and also strengths that come along with being a kinship caregiver. And after living with my grandparents for 8 years, unfortunately, their health decreased and they passed away. So after that, my cousin went to live with my parents, which is his aunt and uncle. He lived there for about 3 years. And now he is in college and doing really well, which is awesome to see. And I'm definitely grateful to be a part of his village and to be a support as well. On a professional level, I have a background in occupational therapy. I graduated from The Ohio State University in May of 2022, and I also have a degree in educational psychology. It's been really an honor to be able to run this support group for the past 3 years and get to meet so many kinship caregivers. And I always say I learn more from you, more than you all could ever learn from me, just hearing your stories and experiences. And just some statistics about kinship care. If you're not familiar with the term, kinship caregiver is a relative or a family friend, anyone who's connected to the child that takes on a primary caregiving role. And this is often because a child's birth parents are unable to care for them full time. These are statistics just about grandparents, but I'll also share some statistics for kinship care in general. So nationwide, 2,700,000 grandparents are raising their grandchildren, 100,000 grandparents in Ohio. So that's a huge number. And 6,200 grandparents in Columbus are currently raising their grandchildren. For kinship care, we know that about 8 million children are being raised by relatives as their primary caregiver. And of this number, about 2.5 million children are being raised by a relative caregiver without their birth parents living in the household. So kinship care is a very common issue throughout the nation with grandparents, but also aunts and uncles, family friends, cousins, siblings, and you all really step in to provide a better future for the kids that you're caring for. So just a little visual I put together quickly. So kinship care really changes everything. Maybe if you think about before you had a child in your care, you might have had more time for yourself, your well-being, more hobbies and leisure activities. Maybe you're at the height of your career or planning to retire soon. But once you step into kinship care, kind of the world grows around you and you might feel like you shrink in all of the things you have to balance as a caregiver. The life transition I just mentioned, going through the legal processes, really trying to provide supports for your child and their well-being, whether that's in school or counseling. Engaging them in their education. And we know schooling from home during COVID was a very difficult time. Trying to have that financial stability involving the birth parents, dealing with all the other family dynamics. So you really feel like you can shrink in the process. But my hope with this support group is, like I said, we can talk about these issues, but you can feel like you can grow into yourself a little bit more as well. So just some general information about the group. We are the first online support group in Ohio, as far as I know. And we started in June of 2020 at the height of the pandemic. So when I'm recording this, it's almost been 3 years since we started the group. And our goal is really to create a safe place and a community for kinship caregivers. I know that can be hard to find. And I've heard from caregivers, people who don't have an experience can't really understand it. So you can talk to them about it. But it's different being with those who have walked through it and can really relate to you. We meet 2 times a week, which is awesome. We don't expect everyone to come to every meeting. It's just more an option to have different times to hopefully fit your schedule. And some people come twice a week, some people come once a week, some people come every other week, once a month. So it's really whatever works for you. And we're also partnered with Ohio Kinship and Adoption Navigators Program, and we're really grateful for their partnership and their support. And if you haven't reached out to Ohio Can, I definitely recommend doing that as well. Our group mission statement. So this is what we're all about. Our mission is to empower, motivate, and equip kinship caregivers and to help them experience the richness of their role in their child's life. Through our support group, kinship caregivers will gain supportive resources, knowledge, and educational tools needed to promote the well-being for them and their families to thrive. We are supportive to ourselves and to each other. We are forgiving to ourselves and to each other. We are compassionate towards one another and the people around us. We are unique as individuals and as a family. And that last part I read are our group values. And this is all written by caregivers in the group. So this is an excerpt from the book called The Body Keeps Score by Vessel Banderkoop. And he talks a lot about trauma and impact of trauma, but also the power of community. And I want to read this quickly, just as also kind of another why to why a support group. Being able to feel safe with other people is probably the single most important aspect of mental health. Safe connections are fundamental to meaningful and satisfying lives. Numerous studies of disaster response around the globe have shown that social support is the most powerful protection against becoming overwhelmed by stress and trauma. Social support is not the same as merely being in the presence of others. The critical issue is reciprocity, being truly heard and seen by the people around us, feeling that we are held in someone else's mind and heart. For our physiology to calm down, heal, and grow, we need a visceral feeling of safety. No doctor can write a prescription for friendship and love. These are complex and hard-earned complexities. So really the goal of our support group is to be that safe place where you can feel connected to others and for it to be a relationship of sharing your own story and also hearing from other stories as well. Our meeting schedule. So like I said, we meet twice a week. Our Tuesday times are kind of around lunch, so 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Our Thursday times are 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., so that evening time. Sometimes we do end up going over an hour, but we plan for an hour. Our meetings are completely virtual on Zoom, and if you have any questions about joining online or calling in from your phone, I'd be happy to walk you through that. And also, our services and supports are open to any kinship caregiver in Ohio. We cover a wide range of topics. We typically have a speaker come in every other week or a couple of times a month. So some different topics we have covered are custody and legal issues, navigating the school system, trauma-informed care, self-care, cyber safety, community resources you can connect to as a caregiver, parenting strategies and what can be helpful for managing different behaviors, and also your own coping skills as a caregiver. So these are just some of the topics. We've covered so many more with different professionals who come in. We've also talked about risk and resiliency and how you can support your child's sensory system. So many different things. And I'm always looking for suggestions as well. This is a sample of our March schedule, just so you can kind of see the different topics we've covered this current month: sensory and self-regulation, current policy and advocacy, and kinship care. We've also talked about substance use disorder, and we have open discussion pretty often as well. We also have some more ways to connect. If you sign up on our website or contact me, I can add you to our email list, and I send out a weekly newsletter where I try to include many different resources that could be helpful. And there's also just different updates about what's the meeting about this week and what are some other ways to get involved with the support group. So definitely that's the best way to stay in touch with us. We also have a really great website with a resource hub, and I'm going to share that after this slide. But there's many different resources to explore. We've recorded a lot of our previous presentations and also have many other things on there as well. We also have an opt-in group message on GroupMe. If you're interested in more consistent contact with caregivers, we have caregivers probably talk almost every day in that group message, just checking in with one another. We also have an annual picnic in person, which you can see a picture from this year. Our last one was in Columbus, I believe in October, and it was just a really great time to be able to get together. We provided childcare, food, t-shirts, just really a celebration in your role as a caregiver. So we're hoping to do that more frequently this next year. If you're interested in joining, you can sign up on our website. You can also send me an email or a text or a phone call. If you scan this QR code, it will bring you to our website where you can sign up as well. So just really quickly, this is our website. We have lots of great information on here. Just information about our support group. A lot of this I talked about in this video. This is where you can sign up and join. So if you could add your name, your email, your phone number, which meeting you're interested in, where you live. We also have our monthly flyers that we update to stay in contact. And then I'll have a fun little video. This one is a Valentine's Day card, but sometimes I'll feature different resources from other website pages, and some pictures from our gathering last year. It was a great time. So here's our resource page. If you go to the top and just click overview, you can see all the different pages we have. So these are different topics we've covered. I'll click on the legal information as an example. So we have videos. So this is with a lawyer. She's talking about public benefits. It's about a 42-minute video. And you can also download the presentation. So you can see the presentation here. And so all of these pages have many different resources. We also have some caregiver stories, so you can get to know caregivers in our group, and our meeting schedule we keep up to date as well. So feel free to explore our website, and also I'll show you OhioCAN's website. So if you're interested in joining or calling OhioCAN for a consultation, they are a one-to-one referral service where they can connect you to resources in your community and the state that might be helpful as a caregiver. They go through a really in-depth needs assessment, and their phone number is right here. And their website is ohiocan.jfs.ohio.gov. And I just wanted to end with a poem for caregivers, unsung heroes of sorts. Yet the song has been sung quietly, day by day. What must I do to make a child feel safe, to make a child feel loved? Must I give up my whole world and entire life? Well, that asks for a lot, but the cost isn't too much. Must I do it all without recognition? Must I navigate new territory and follow a new life path I never envisioned? Well, that asks for a lot, but the life of a child is more. Day by day, you have gone the extra mile, to the moon times back times a million, to show that love in this life is truly chosen. And your love with each breath doesn't go unnoticed. You are making ripples far farther than your lifetime can see. Heroes of your house and family, what more can one be? And this is also on our website. So thank you all. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you're interested in joining the group, please don't hesitate to reach out. I really enjoy talking to caregivers one-on-one and getting to know you. And even if you're not comfortable talking the first group, we have some people sit in the background and just listen. So I would just love to connect and see how we can support you. And really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all you do as a caregiver. So I hope to connect soon. Thank you.